What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. So I hope you guys are doing really great. Guys, I understand my videos are a little boring and lengthy too, but guys, trust me, I'm trying to cover each and every concept in depth and making sure that you all get a good understanding after watching all my videos. But I'll surely try to shorten my videos and stay to the point in my upcoming videos. Okay, guys, today's session is all about variables, data types, and we also try to cover the difference between char and varchar. Alright, so we'll mainly cover data types and the difference between char and var data type. As you can see here, a data type in DBMS is defined as the type of data that any column or variable can store. That means we have already seen how to define the column name and data type while creating a table, because as you know, the table might contain various types of data. If you can see here, when I'm creating a table which is a patient details table, so it has various columns where we have to mention the ID, we have to mention the name, patient address, patient gender, patient date of admission, patient time of admission, patient contact, patient disease name, patient guardian contact, patient relationship with guardian, patient admitted under doctor, patient advance, paid amount. So why I have taken patient ID as int? Because the patient ID can start with 1 2 3, or it can start with a series of 101 102 103, like that. But guys, sometimes in some of the hospitals they use a small abbreviation, like for Amri hospital they use AM001. Okay, so in that case, integer variable, we should not use it over here. We can use varchar because it's a combination of alphabet plus numeric. And date of admission, we have to take data type for this. Then timestamp also, suppose at what time the patient got admitted into the hospital, so we should also record the time. So then comes the decimal. Okay, so patient will pay some advance amount before getting admitted into the hospital. Okay, so that amount I have mentioned this decimal data type, right? So data can be like integer data type. It can hold whole numbers, and like your age or some student roll number, employee ID. This can be the whole numbers, so we can take integer. Then comes character. See, then varchar. So char and varchar, both these data types can store string values. As I've already told you, string is a collection of characters. So now Sambit is a string. If I consider, D is a character, but when it is a collection of character, becomes a string. So then comes varchar. See, char and varchar both can store alphanumeric plus special characters. If you can look at the value over here, it is house number 10 100. So we have dot here, we have hyphen here. All right, so these are special characters. By using char and varchar, both these data types, you can store this kind of values. So then comes decimal values. Decimal will store values with decimal places. All right, so then comes date, then comes time. Okay, so mainly if you look at here, we have three main categories of data types. One is string data type, another one is numeric, then the third one is date and time data types. So under this we have date and time. Then under numeric data types we have tiny int, small int, integer, big int, decimal, and money. And under string data types we have char data type, varchar data type, text data type. So we have understood the basics of data types now. So many interviews ask you question that what is the difference between char and varchar. That's a very common question that has been asked in most of the interviews. So let's move to the next slide. I'll explain you the difference between char and varchar. See, both, as I told you, both these data types are used to store the characters or the strings, a collection of characters, that is string. So it can be a combination of, as I told you, alphabet plus numeric plus special characters. So char stands for character, varchar stands for variable character. Stores values in fixed lengths, it stores values in variable length. So char uses static memory allocation, wherein varchar uses dynamic memory allocation. Char can be used when column value size is consistent and fixed. Then varchar is used when column value size is not consistent and changes very frequently. So char is faster, varchar is slower. So I'm going to explain you each and every point over here. So we'll move to an example. Suppose, okay, So let's say we have a table. The table name is movie lists. Okay. So there is a column in that table. The column name is movie name. So which is going to store all the movie names in that column. So let's say you have taken. Okay, let me use the pencil over here. Suppose you have created that movie name with char 20 data type, right? You have taken char and you have taken the length as 20. So what memory is going to do, it will what char is going to do, it will allocate 20 memory spaces, sorry, it will allocate 20 memory spaces, you know, to store the movie name. Okay, even if your movie name is in a very short length, it is going to still occupy all these memory spaces. Are you clear, guys? Even this movie name is very small. Maybe the movie name is in 4 characters, but it is char is still going to occupy 16 more characters. That means it is we are saying it as a fixed length. That means even if you use all the spaces or not, but still it is going to occupy all the spaces that you have mentioned over here while declaring the length char of 20. Even you are using a very short length pk, then 18 memory spaces will be wasted. That means 18 bytes over here. Here we have 16 bytes that is going to be wasted. Then we have here we have 14 because rise length is 6. Then we are going to waste 14 characters or 14 spaces, 14 bytes we are going to waste over here. So that is the reason why we call this as a static data type. Okay. So varchar, we are calling it as a varchar, that is variable character. That means it varies. So whenever you specify, a size of 20 for movie name, you are storing the movie name called rise. Then it is not going to use the remaining spaces. It is going to release the rest of the memory spaces. In case of kick also, it is going to store only 4 characters. Then the 16 memory spaces and the 16 bytes of space will be released by varchar. Here also 18 bytes of memory space. So I'm calling it as a char byte. Okay. So these are, one character is 1 byte in SQL Server, in any of the computer terminology. So 1 byte, you have to understand, one character 1 byte. Okay. So when we have 1024 character, so that becomes 1 kilobyte. Okay. So what is happening over here is, I hope you understood, guys. So what is happening over here? See, take the pencil. Okay. See, here we have dynamic memory management. Here we have static memory management. That means even if you use all the spaces or not, even if you use all the bytes which you have declared or not, but char is going to occupy everything. It will not release everything for you, remaining free spaces for you. But in case of varchar, it is going to release the remaining free spaces which are available. So this is better for memory management. If you want to save spaces, then definitely this is the best approach to use varchar as your data type. Okay, then you will ask me a question saying, what is the use of char then? Okay, what is the use of char then? Okay, so it means, see, char can be used when column value size is consistent and fixed. Suppose there is a column name that is results for a student table. So column name is result. So what result is going to store is, it can store either pass or fail. So these two values only we will capture for all of the students. Either the student will be passed in that college or he will be failed in that subject or college, whatever it is. Okay, so since we are going to store pass or fail, if you can check the length of this pass and fail, it is only 4 characters. So in this case, you can blindly use character because the length size is fixed. But in varchar, you cannot use a fixed length because the names can vary. The name of the employee can vary. Someone's name is Raj. Someone's name is Ramesh Kumar. Someone's name is Chaudhary Soumya Kumar, like that. If the name is very lengthy, you are not sure about the length, and as the definition over here, varchar is used when the column value size is not consistent and changes very frequently. Then you are going to take the varchar data type instead of character. But see, guys, char is faster, varchar is slower. The reason it is slower is that it is doing all sort of manipulations. Okay, it is going to I'll tell you. See, it is going to do all this calculation. It has to check. Okay, first it has to check what is the length of this particular string. Okay, if the length is 6, then it is going to release 14 spaces. What is the length over here? If it is 4, then it is going to release 16 spaces. What is the length over here? If it is 2, it is going to release 18 spaces, 18 memory spaces or 18 bytes of space. Then by doing all this manipulation and all this calculation, it will take some time. That is the reason why we call the VARCHAR is slower. Okay, the VARCHAR is slower. Okay, I think that's all about CHAR versus VARCHAR. This is a compulsory interview question when you have 2 years, 2 to 3 years of experience. In for a fresher also, for 2 to 3 years experience guys also, this is a compulsory interview question. So you should answer like this. You can make a quick note from this video, and you can confidently answer the difference between CHAR and VARCHAR. I hope I am clear to all of you. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks guys. If you like this video, so please do a like, comment, share and subscribe, and so that it will motivate me to create more and more contents for you. And one more thing, my videos are unfiltered. I'm not doing any sort of uh, you know uh, editing or any modifications. That is the reason. So I may be sometimes stuck, or because I'm very new to this YouTube content creation, so I may be little slower, I may little go fast, like that it will happen. I'm really sorry for all these disturbances, but I'll try to cover each and everything that is really required to crack an interview. Thank you so much guys.